Okay, I think we're good.
Believe so. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Minecraft 2v2 tournament.
Utilizing the Archipelago or Archipelago randomizer.
Yeah, what this randomizer does is it basically you start with a set amount of things that you can do. Like you can only create if you see these trackers in the middle of our screen. You can only make wood tools, wood stuff, and leather armor. And all those things grayed out in there. Like you can't make a bow, you can't make a bucket, you can't make any of those things. Until you get an achievement that unlocks them, right? So not only do we have to figure out, ways to get to the end with these limited resources, but you also need to get a set amount of achievements in order to uh, make the dragon spawn, basically, and that set amount is 45. So it's a very interesting format.
Yeah, and, Berserker versus Tyran. I believe this is their first match.
Yes, but definitely very prominent Archipelago members in terms of just general community stuff. They were definitely ones of the things to. Definitely one of the teams that we thought would be very, very strong going into this. And ijwu Kippi, another set of Archipelago duo members. So everyone from the base community here being on Showcase today. And it'll be a very interesting match. I believe they're pretty, equal in skill, and it'll be fun to watch to see how they go. So I just lowered the flag for everybody, and we're just gonna wait momentarily for them to start. One of the interesting things about this is you can actually kind of see what your spawn is before you actually start. You get like a 10 by 10 chunk look at what your starting area is. And the interests that I've seen was there was a lava pool in that plains biome over there. And there was also a mountain that people can climb. Usually, what people opt to do is go two different directions off of spawn because it just increases your ability to find structures. That's another thing. Structures are randomized. There's five main ones that get randomized through the randomizer, and that is the Nether Fortress, the Bastion Ruins, the Village, the Pillager Outpost, and the End Cities. All of those can be in any three of the main worlds, being the overworld, the Nether, or the End. The only thing that's locked and can't happen is the Nether Fortress can't be in the End. And it seems like these guys are off. It seems like basically, it's going to start the same. Maybe one person will go off and not really opt to get tools yet. But we see a lot of people will just make some basic tools at the beginning.
Oh, and they got progressive tools from getting wood.
That's
Or,
like yeah. That what that will do is it'll make them
oh no,
allow to
that
get
was I
stone
think that was
tools.
Minecraft actually. The achievement that gave them that.
Regardless, that it's still very, very early, which is nice because usually what you like to do is you like to make a stone pickaxe as quick as possible in a regular playthrough, right?
They have food. Food. It's such a commodity.
Oh yeah.
You learn to appreciate food when you don't get it in some seeds.
Oh yeah. And you can see that some of these players opted to start breaking stuff for seeds. There's actually two very important achievements that you can get very early. Um, we see Berserker get doing that one, seedy place. It's basically just placing some seeds onto some tilled grass. That's one achievement. And then the other one is you can breed animals together for an achievement. And the fastest way to do that is just by using some seeds on some chickens.
Yeah, but if you don't see chickens, the majority of other types of animals will accept wheat if you happen to come across it, which you can come across that in shipwrecks and villages. So it's not completely inaccessible. The top half, I guess they both have progressive resource crafting now. So what that means is that they can immediately build a furnace for another achievement, but that may not be something we see right away.
It's definitely something you don't think about that much, especially
Oh,
when you.
does Kona Tyran already have one in the on his 9 on his top
I
9?
do see that, yes.
Okay, I missed what it gave
Especially,
them.
yeah, I mean, and me too. Especially in the early game, it's really hard to see what's going on. Just because you get like, realistically, you get like 15 to 20 achievements in your first like 10 minutes of gameplay, just because it's the basic stuff, and especially on a seed like this, where they got progressive resource crafting and progressive tools very early, you can get a lot more too.
I was so confused what that sound was. I forgot Minecraft has music.
Yeah, we see ijwu actually taming a horse. That's another achievement. What you'll see both these teams do. Ooh, and that's the bucket.
Oh no, I hope ijwu didn't think he got it.
Oh no, that was Cowtipper that had the bucket. That's right. So yeah, something that's very common to happen is
Oh,
if
I
you
found a
get picked
bastion though.
Ooh, that's cool too. A lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. The seed seems to be very nice. Yeah, ijwu definitely missing out on getting that ride a horse achievement. Hopefully they realize that at some point.
It's one of the only achievements that has no visual indicator of whether you got it or not. You just have to look down and read. Like, right? Oh, I guess there's hearts if you have particles on or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Berserker found chickens to demonstrate our breeding that we talked about. Oh, and they gave them ender pearls. So with the riding a horse and best friends forever, the only way you'll know is if you're paying attention to the feed when it says. But sometimes other achievements will get done, and you'll mistake it for the achievement you were trying to do. And that may have been what happened with ijwu.
Definitely unfortunate to see that happen, but hopefully they'll realize that very quickly. I see, yeah, both teams did find the Bastion. Tyran already in it, I believe, digging around to try to get to the chest, especially in the very, very early game. This place can be very, very scary.
Yeah, that's a piglin brute. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Brute. Yeah.
Oh no!
Unfortunate to see.
Oh, it couldn't have been too far away, right?
Oh yeah, it was very, very close to spawn.
Okay, he was having some issues right there. He's getting the good old Minecraft X-ray.
Oh yeah.
That just kind of happens when you die in this server.
Monster Hunters also ender pearls. So they already have the 12 ender pearls together. So when you get items from advancements in this game, it goes into both players' inventories. So the 3 ender pearls reward actually gets doubled, so you get 6 ender pearls across both your players. And if you've ever seen Minecraft speedruns before, usually you need about 12 to 14 ender pearls to just be safe to be able to get to the end. So that both these teams will probably have most of their ender pearls already, so the real limiting factor of getting to the end will be the blaze rods from the nether fortress.
Right, and we haven't really mentioned yet, but it's typically, well, partially personal preference and partially just whatever's fastest, but there's one achievement that is absolutely required to finish this, and that is brewing. Because brewing allows you to turn blaze rods that you collect into blaze powder, which is necessary to create Eyes of Ender, which is necessary to access the end and defeat the dragon. So the players are granted a hint about 36 achievements into the game, and we'll probably see them use it on that if they haven't received brewing yet.
And we see ijwu actually smelting some gold in order to make some gold boots. So at least the regular piglins won't chase after him. But that doesn't. The drip piglins don't matter. They don't matter. They don't care. They don't care about your status in life. All they want to do is kill you. And it seems like
he's not aware. I guess he's trying to distract him, but that's a piglin brute.
Yeah, the brutes will not accept your gold. Unfortunately, they just want blood.
I believe they were added in like this version before. All right, now he's made a mistake. Everybody's coming in.
Oh my gosh! I just see the other two drop down. Yeah, this is definitely.
They're like, oi! Now, like, I don't think just the brutes. I think all piglins are mad now.
Oh yeah. One thing to work around that might have been to build up a couple blocks, because then they can't hit you and then just hit them down like what you would do against the iron golems in villages in regular speedruns.
Oh, in Kippi and ijwu's world, they got a shield.
Yeah, from tactical fishing. The shield's just a basic, like, it's nice because it gives you another very fast achievement, assuming you are able to make the shield just from the iron.
Right, and on top of that, it's also just a very effective. And Kippi's Tyran's having trouble with the Bastion also.
Bastion, I think the Bastions are definitely the hardest structure to work around in this setting.
Oh yeah.
This and like end cities, just personally, I have a hard time doing end city stuff. But I know my partner Halkari loves the end cities. So the Bastions are definitely definitely the hardest one to do is the bastions.
How did he die? I looked away for half a second.
The a pig, he didn't have gold armor on, and the piglin had a bow.
Oh yeah, he did
Very
a good job of
unfortunate.
like luring all the piglin brutes into the water off of the bastion.
Mhm.
But then I guess he forgot about actual piglins.
A very common, I don't even know if it's a mistake, but a very common thing that even that we see happen is like a lot of people are very adamant about getting into this bastion and doing the 2 achievements locked next to it. We see ijwu opening up the chest. That's one of them. He should be
And
getting
then
the
yeah, oh
next one
shiny.
with Oh Shiny.
Well, no, it doesn't look like you got it.
Oh Shiny's an enigma. We have no idea what causes it.
I
We
think
have no idea what. I think
I
my
don't know.
personal headcanon is that you have to unlock the Nether, find a bastion, and then not be wearing any gold armor and tossing the gold there. That's my
Oh wait,
headcanon.
Is Idru still wearing gold armor?
He's wearing the gold boots, yes.
Oh, maybe that's why. I'm not gonna say that's like for sure, but like maybe that's part of it. Maybe you have to have your gold armor off.
Anyway, yeah, like the it's very easy to like forego doing the like Oh Shiny achievement if it's causing a lot of trouble. But these chests in these bastions can give you a lot of good stuff. For example, it can give you obsidian or crying obsidian, which give you 2 achievements respectively.
What is
Um,
Kono standing on where this piglin brute can't get him?
there's he has a little corner. You see, like there's a little bit of a corner around him. We see Ijwu
Um,
finally getting Oh
the
Shiny
bow
done.
piglin doesn't care. Oh, how
Oh
did
yeah,
did he take off his boots? Did you see?
I think he right clicked the piglin with a gold bar.
Yeah, in our previous match, I failed to get a shiny because I dropped the gold with my mouse directly out of my inventory. Um, but I've been told you have to you have to cue it out of your hand, drop it, or you have to right click the piglin, which basically puts it directly into their hand. Which I'll probably just start doing from now on, to be quite honest. Because it sounds like the easiest thing.
Oh
It's just
yeah,
not my first instinct. My first instinct is just to drop everything and run.
I definitely. And there's
Regardless,
a couple good things in there. There's a crossbow. There's an iron sword with sharp 2.
so it's
The
interesting that Ijwu and Kippi got through the bastion first, and I don't think Kono's had that same luck. I think he just keeps dying. It looks like
yeah,
he's headed back over there. At what point, like, do you maybe switch and say, look, you know, you're my partner, but you're not having such a good time with this. Let me try.
I think like you have to just from a team chemistry type deal, you have to like have the point of being like not that kind of tone, but just be like, hey, we should focus on something else right now. It's only 1 achievement. Let's go do something else real quick, and it's really close to spawn, and we'll go back to it if we need to.
Okay, and Kippy's making another portal to get to the Nether. Very, very important realm.
Ijwu, with that crossbow, we kind of glossed over, but crossbows give you a decent amount of achievements. And just shooting it, it's 1. And
Oh no,
shooting
he
it,
messed up. He
he
didn't put
still
the
has,
second block.
he still has enough. He still has enough lava there. Kippi does.
Yeah, it's just gonna take a little bit of time because trudging through water is very, very slow unless you have aqua affinity. No, not aqua affinity. Depth strider.
Depth Strider, yeah. We did see, I think, the getting a lava bucket achievement gave them the Nether Fortress compass, but I don't think I've seen either Kippi or Ijwu check on it to see what's
Yeah, neither of them even
where it
have it in their
is.
hotbar. I don't think.
That's very important. There's we should probably go over structure compasses. One of the drops you can get from an achievement is something we call a structure compass, which basically just points you towards whatever structure um, is there. Like if it says, village compass structure, it'll point you towards the nearest village. And like a regular compass, it'll like spin out and go all over the place if it's not in the realm that it's supposed to be in. So they can use that to figure out what world the Nether Fortress is, and then when they get into that world, where it actually is inside the world.
Okay, so it looks like Iju has a crossbow, which I can only assume he got from the Bastion.
Yeah, yeah.
The crossbow actually has a couple of achievements all on its own. Like you get an achievement just for shooting it, but shooting it also counts as shooting a bow. So you could get take aim and old Betsy in the same shot.
And
And then
he
there's
did that
also
a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, and there's also an achievement you can get for killing a pillager with a crossbow. So it's probably the best thing you can make. It's better than a regular bow, I think. And then you can also do things like skeleton duel with it.
All right, and you know when you get more achievements and unlocks other stuff, we saw Kippi just make a iron pickaxe because they unlocked the progressive resource crafting for the tools, the iron tools. There's a lot of just realizing, okay, this got unlocked, I can do this now. Another thing to note is the iron armor achievement, which they both have, but I don't think either team has made any iron armor yet, and that's another achievement. Is that
I'm not sure they really come across any iron.
Is that the 4th Ender Pearl drop they've gotten? They have a lot of Ender Pearls now. It seems like this.
Well, it looks like Kippi is in single digits.
Okay.
It's a little blurry.
Yeah, that must be 9 then. We did see, I don't think we mentioned this, but we did see the nether structure compass, nether fortress structure compass pointing us towards somewhere in the overworld, so ijwu is now near that. I believe he is trying to get some string. Making a fishing rod will give him another achievement just from fishing. And usually people like to spend that first night trying to get some string, just for a bow if they need it, a fishing rod if they have it available to them.
Oh, is that a rune portal? I don't know if
it looks like it.
He's not going to bother. I think rune portals are probably worth checking the chest if there is one there, because you can get some great things, and if you find the fortress, cool. So with the chests near rune portals, they can have gold tools that have enchantments on them. One of the most notable ones is silk, which allows you to get things like glowstone blocks without having to convert it from glowstone powder first. And it's useful for achievements, and there's a lot of achievements you can get very easily with Silk Touch, like Librarian and other things like that.
Yeah, and also like especially right now where they don't have a lot of obsidian, or crying obsidian. Those are 2 things that give you achievements too. I just think it's worth checking them, especially in the first like 20 minutes of the game, because it gives you so much. And especially for, well, at least for our team, where our bed setup requires 2 pieces of obsidian anyway, just because it's easier for me to do that.
I see a flame charge in there for ijwu. I know Kippi's already in the nether, but if he needs to make his own portal, he doesn't have flint and steel right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that flame charge, leaving it behind, may not be the best idea.
I believe I saw Kippi find a village, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's one of the places in the nether. I think I saw him like peer over it and then is like up above it, so he needs to figure out a way to get down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, ijwu's still trying to figure out how to approach this fortress, and it's not quite a drowned, but Berserker is trying to kill himself here to go back to spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the great things about this this randomizer in this competition, you keep your inventory upon death. Oh, he has a trident, actually, I just realized. So he can get that throwaway joke achievement if he hasn't already.
I believe he did. He did that right before he died. Tridents are also very nice, like melee tools just in general. I believe they have the same type of damage as like a like stone axe, but it's significantly less time to charge it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever been hit by a trident by a drown, it stings. It really, really hurts. Thank you for the raid from SpeedGaming 3 and SpeedGaming Deutsche. Welcome. This is Minecraft 2v2 randomizer. We're in round robin bracket right now between Berserker and Tyran and ijwu and Kippi00.
Yeah, I believe we saw Kippi make bread and trade. I'm not sure if he's traded yet. But those are the 2 big things that you can get really easily from the village. Another thing that's very underrated is you can use a lot of villager trade stuff to kind of circumvent some, crafting limitations. A bucket comes to mind. A bookshelf also comes to mind. Just to like, but trading's also an achievement. So they're gonna want to trade regardless.
Oh, interesting. He made it so that that villager couldn't leave. Yeah, he's buying a lot of arrows. I mean, I guess that's fine.
Oh yeah, like the Fletcher, like if you're not going for anything specific.
He's trying to level up that Fletcher.
It's possible.
What does the Fletcher give on more levels?
A
Oh, he gives
bow.
bow.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that's another thing you can do to circumvent archery, is having that bow there. There's a lot of different ways you can circumvent the archery achieve, like the archery crafting lock. We can just see it on display right now. There's a lot of places you can get a crossbow or a regular bow from. That's not even including the skeletons that have chances to drop damaged bows too.
Yeah, and the pillagers have a chance to drop a crossbow if they're holding one, which they all usually are. So in the village here, if they haven't done baked bread yet,
I believe they have. I believe that's one of the first things, Kippi.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I see him picking up the brewing stand too. Even though brewing is locked for them right now, they still can technically do the achievement that's locked behind having a brewing stand, which is like taking a potion out of the.
All right, so if I'm Kippi right this very moment, they were kind of just staring
Oh
at
my
that.
gosh.
They were staring at this warped fungus. They have fishing rod unlocked. Oh, there we go. He gets it. Or they
Yeah,
get
and
it.
he has a saddle now. He's on his way to do
Yeah,
it.
they just need to find a strider now, and striders just kind of vibe in the lava. So as soon as they put the saddle on the strider and get on, and then right click the strider with the fishing rod, very, very important. That's the end of the achievement. Some people do forget the last step, and it's very understandable because you don't need to right click the strider to maneuver it. You just need to point, literally look where you want to go. And they're having a hard time getting this gas's attention.
Yeah, and finally with the attention there, he still needs to run it back to him, which can be hard with their. They juke you out, dude.
Yeah. So the big brain here is like take the redirect the shot from the first one, and then shoot it back to the other one.
Well, he just did two. He just did two like consecutively, just to flex a little bit.
Yeah, they're flexing on us.
While the top team is doing their own stuff, we see Tyran and Berserker doing a little bit different routing. They're both in the same Nether Fortress. We did see Kono die in it, and Berserker kind of take his place in there. But both teams are basically going out and doing, getting their blaze rods, getting everything in order.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know if I saw Kippi get any beds. Oh no, this strider's so sad because he's not in the lava. Oh. He's so sad. No, don't hit the strider!
What did the strider do to you?
Go get that one that's in the lava. Leave this one alone.
Have they gotten diamond drops yet?
I don't think so.
I don't see any diamond drops from them. I'd say that because the diamond armor.
What did he do to you?
Oh no!
I witnessed the murder.
The diamond armor ability to make them has been unlocked by the top team. So that if they have diamond, any way to get diamonds, they can make like a diamond set of.
Oh, so he killed that, or they killed that first strider, so that they can get string enough to make a fishing rod. I didn't even know striders drop string.
Me neither, dude. That's some tech.
It's unfortunate tech. Oh, you don't even need to right click the strider itself. You just need to right click. Interesting. It looks like we've taken the names from racetime.gg. Ijwu is dealing with wither skeletons. They have about 25% chance in this mod to drop a wither skull, which he just got, but it wasn't his first one, so he must have already gotten one.
He's going for the you get an achievement for just making a wither, not necessarily fighting and killing it, but just making it. So he might be opting to do that.
Is he trying to fishing rod the blaze?
I guess so, man.
Okay.
So right now, oh wait, brewing got unlocked by the bottom team. Did you catch what brewing was behind?
No, I didn't. Unfortunately. Well, maybe we'll see it on the top team. I don't know if they have into fire yet. That might be it.
Yeah, that might be it.
I've just seen Ijwu just wrestling with this blaze. Is he actually pulling the blaze towards him with a fishing rod?
Probably. They do have into fire. I don't know what it could be then. We definitely missed that.
Yeah, I don't
But
know. But I mean,
regardless,
they'll have to do it eventually anyway, so it will just be
yeah.
more
We'll
vigilant.
see. Them probably use their hint on brewing then when they have the ability to use a hint. Because that's like we said before, that's the only thing they really need to, be able to finish the game technically. But yeah, I
What
don't know
else is
what
there left to
the.
do in the fortress? Like, okay, this is something we deal with a lot as a team. You specifically. You have 2 wither skulls.
Do you go
How
for the
long do you
third?
spend?
Do you sit there for the third? It's only one achievement, so you're really not accomplishing a lot if you're running around trying to
Oh,
find
ijwu
a
found
third one.
diamonds, so they now have a looting 3 book, which could
Hmm.
help if they're really trying to do this. If they're really
Yeah, but
trying to do this wither skull hunting thing.
yeah, but the fact that they can't make an anvil yet, they need another set of progressive resource crafting.
Well, ijwu has an enchanted sword. I don't know where he got that.
You got that from the Bastion.
You know what it's enchanted with?
Sharp 2.
Okay. It's nothing crazy. That might actually make it stronger than his axe.
Hmm. I mean, I would be using the Sharp 2 iron sword over a stone axe if I had the choice.
I mean, the stone axe beats the sword default for a long time. It's surprising for people that are not familiar with Minecraft and damage values and stuff. I believe the stone axe is better than the default iron sword and maybe better than the diamond sword.
We do see him getting I guess that's his third
It has
skull,
to be.
right?
It has to be. But he's about to succumb to wither status.
Yeah, I would be running right now. I would not be fighting this wither skeleton right now, just because one more hit and you're probably dead. But he gets it.
So we see Kippi riding the Strider. There is an achievement for visiting every biome in the Nether, and that's probably what they're going for. But it's kind of finicky, and I believe you have to actually step on the land.
Yeah, I mean, like if you go to your F3, it'll tell you exactly which biome you're in. So you just have to make sure you're in the biome instead of like on the edge of it, and you thought you hit it, but you really didn't.
My rune portal. Sharpness sword, looting 3 golden sword. Hello. That's great for
That
pearls if they need more later.
It's great for rods too, but unfortunately, he's just not in the spot for helping with that.
Yeah, I mean, is that a call you'd make? Like, if I
Oh
was in
no!
here doing
Oh
the
no!
blazes, you'd say just pause for right now and go do something else, and I'll come there with the looting 3 sword later.
Unless there was like something definitive that we needed to do. Otherwise, like if we knew brewing was locked behind something dumb that like target practice, I'd tell you go do target practice, probably, and make that call if you had a bow. But it's very situational. What you're gonna lose a lot of your time for is travel time.
Oh, not today. Thank you is brewing.
There you go. That's something very easy to miss. Oh, we do see Kippi finding a pillager outpost in the Nether. I'm very surprised that this pillager outpost has actual pillagers in it, because usually what happens if they're spawning anywhere other than the overworld, there's just too many mobs around for the pillagers to start spawning.
So that means the end city is in the end, which is very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, what can you do?
End city is by far, like, I don't think it's a contest. It's the greatest structure you could ever run.
Oh yeah, I mean it's designed for the end game. So when you're in the early game and you're like have all these achievements that are based on just progression, and you can circumvent that progression with the end city, it's just so nice. I believe Kippi is attempting to see what's in this chest in here, hoping to find, I guess, maybe a crossbow or something to maybe kill a pillager with it. I believe that's the only reason why I would be up here.
Did you see that they found anything in the chest, or I missed
I don't think they've found the chest yet up here.
Yeah, it's probably one more level up, right? Well, this is like transition between Soul Sand biome and the netherrack biome. So, Kippi using an interesting technique of using the boat to descend from a high place when avoiding fall damage. So, I wouldn't say it's a bug.
Ijwu in a very particular situation right now. Dying to blazes is definitely not fun, especially when it's out this far. And
At this point, I would have.
Rods yet.
I think the interesting thing about these racers is none of them have their F3 open.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Usually, like, especially on our team, where we basically watch each other's screens too. F3 is a very important tool to figure out, you know, positioning-wise, what's making the right call on movement stuff. Because the time you lose in this is kind of due towards, like, finding structures and movement-based stuff, not just doing the achievements. Yeah, I believe ijwu got enough rods now, just from the fact that he's leaving. I think they're comfortable with the amount of rods that they have. Kippi's still in this nether, probably trying to figure out what they still need to do when they're here. Because in my mind, I don't really see much else.
It must be the biome thing. Like, I think I saw a basalt biome on their screen. I don't think they ever entered it. And they may have mistaken that for being sufficient for the goal. And whatever falls out of this pillage is going to probably burn in that fire.
Unfortunate.
If there was anything to begin with. There is some. Oh, wait. Oh no.
Yeah, they did aggro the piglins.
Are you sure? Like, I thought I saw them step on the lava tile or
They did at some point. I think they were like, I don't know if they were fishing for gold to utilize or something like that. But unfortunate to see that play. I guess they don't have a choice now. They're just gonna go and probably meet up with ijwu and get ready to start throwing Eyes of Ender.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, and Tyran taking a death. I can't read exactly what to.
Blaze, fighting a blaze. They had 2 or 3 blazes right next to him.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's scary to just be here. Oh, Berserker has dogs. I guess that's how I got best friends forever.
We love to see that.
But if I was here and I would. Yeah, I'd be kind of worried about dying. Like, I'd want to have my F3 up so I could write down the coordinates of the fortress. Just so I don't have to follow the compass all the way back. I know exactly where I'm going.
Oh yeah.
I play with F3 up at all times. So.
I mean, especially for you who isn't using a big GUI, it's really easy to have like the F3 open just constantly because it's not really in your way a lot.
And also like it helps with my terrible sense of direction.
Oh yeah.
So, this is a fast horse. Berserker has hello.
Ooh, they're kind of flying though. Something to note is they both do have saddles, which you can do when pigs fly pretty easily with a saddle. All you have to do is trap a pig into like.
Sorry, you said it's pretty easy, but that first step is actually impossible.
If you can trap a pig into a space, you can just dig underneath the pig, and then put your pig on your saddle and dig down. I believe Kippi might start to do that. I see the pig there. I don't know if they're gonna attempt to do that or not.
Bucket. Oh, I just had an idea.
What's up?
You could make a pig slower with a water bucket, right?
Yeah, I mean that could work in theory.
Oh no, Kippi's making a cake.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing they have the eggs, or they're just
Well, what I do know is they have 3 milk buckets.
Yep.
So that's evident of one thing. But no, that might help with how squirmy pigs are. They just kind of trap them in water, like restrict their movement. They can just build a giant circle around the water pool they're in. Yeah. That's like 5 head, and I literally just came up with that. Like, my mind is melting.
I'm interested into understanding why. Excuse me, ijwu and Kippi aren't just throwing Eyes of Ender at this point. I think they're concerned about advancements to spawn the dragon at this point, but 37 is actually a really, really good spot to be at.
Yeah, you get 1 for finding the stronghold, you get 2 for entering the end, and then they know the end city is in the end. So they can find the end city, which shouldn't be that hard to find. And then they get an achievement for entering the end city. They get an achievement for finding like an achievement for getting elytra, and then if they don't have an iron pick yet,
They do.
Okay, they do have an iron pick.
But what they would be able to do is do the brewing thing.
Oh yeah, local brewery. That's right. Yeah.
Because in every what are they called?
The end ship.
End ships. There's actually 2 health potions inside of a brewing stand on the front of
the
ship.
All local brewery requires of you is to pull something out of a brewing stand.
Yeah, pull a bucket or not a bucket, a bottle that has something in it out of a brewing stand.
Yeah, you can literally make a bottle, fill it up with water, put it in the brewing stand, and take it out, and you get the achievement. I guess that's like something you learn, like as you do this, you learn to just how to like break achievements.
Yeah,
clearly, when pigs fly is not designed for you to just run off or to do the strategy we do with the pig, and other things like that.
Yeah. Do they have their egg? Oh, they do have an egg. Kippi does have an egg, so they're gonna make their cake right now. That's one more achievement.
They're gonna share.
Oh, and they got diamond ore from that, so they're gonna actually just go straight and make some diamond armor from that diamond ore.
Yeah, they should be good to go.
Yeah, they should be good to go just to start tossing pearls now. Something to note that since it is raining in the overworld right now, on Berserkers and Tyrant's world right now, there's a couple things that go with that. Endermen just aren't able to be like basically farmed from the surface just because they keep teleporting around everything. And then also the blazes that are in this fortress will just naturally die. We saw that on Tyrant's stream.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if that's something they had to program into this when they were creating this mod. But it's really funny just to see how the blazes react to being in the overworld, which they very much should not be.
Oh yeah.
Normal gameplay. But yeah, at this point I would call Ijwu and Kippi's lead commanding.
Oh yeah. The thing about what Berserker and Tyrant did is they kind of stuck together, I think, too much. They kind of went to the fortress together. They, tried to do the Bastion in waves. And now they're just now trying to get into the Nether at 35 minutes in.
And Berserker doesn't seem to know the fast strat for fortress or portal building. I don't blame him. I just learned it myself, so it's not that it's not that bad to not know it, but it helps a lot to learn it because it just saves so much time. Because at this point, he's going to spend 2 minutes making a portal where he could have spent maybe 15 seconds. So I don't know if it would have made the difference in this particular game, but in another game that could be the difference.
We do see Ijwu finally getting on that horse again. We talked about how they didn't do this before, and now they're coming back and doing it. I believe they looked at the achievement page and saw that it wasn't done, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, that might be a question for them in the post-game interview, but I'm pretty sure we're right about that. And I'm glad they actually went back and did that.
Yeah, and they're chilling now.
Oh, Kippi died to a creeper.
Oh no. They only really need one more achievement outside of the obvious 4 of getting to the end and even doing the going through one of the pillars to go to the outskirts of the end. I forget what that achievement's called.
Remote getaway.
Yes.
Yeah, so they are in effective go mode.
I believe they're finally starting to craft the Eyes of Ender. We saw Ijwu use all of his blaze rods on blaze powder. Having 18 blaze powder is going to be more than enough for the seed, assuming that all of theirs doesn't break upon entry or whatever.
Yeah, I know Kippi is familiar with the concept of triangulation because I think we discussed it with them in our post-game interview after we played them, and that he made a mistake with it and that caused them to have to forfeit.
Yeah, I mean it's very easy to screw up the triangulation, especially if you attempt to do it on a plane that's not very like flat in all directions. Because what you have to do is you have to throw an Eye of Ender, and then you have to like go 90 degrees in one of two directions, left or right, and then run 17.5 blocks, and then throw another one, and like track what the angle of your throw is. If you don't go exactly 17.5, that can really screw up your math and how far it actually is.
Yeah, you just have to do that. Hope everybody was listening. Because I don't. I'm not. I'm glad I don't have to know how to do that.
Like
That's the great part of it being a 2v2 event. Is like there's things that I'm better at that benefit our team, and then there's other things that like I just would probably destroy and mess up terribly that I can rely on my partner for, and vice versa.
Yeah, yeah. I think ijwu thought that the ghast achievement they didn't do yet, but Kippi actually did it twice.
They killed two guys at the same time.
Mhm.
Like it looked like a Twin Rova boss battle from Ocarina of Time. It was like I was suggesting that they use the first gas fireball to kill the second gas, but then that's kind of what they did a little bit. It looked like it. It was cool. Yeah, Ijwu was trying to find a way to get down where he couldn't die. I don't know what they're doing. Like they're done. Okay, Kippi is starting triangulation.
I guess they're just not they're just not attempting it. I think they just don't want to screw it up.
Well, they have 9 pearls each, so that's perfectly fine, actually.
Yeah, I think just running and attempting to do it the old-fashioned way is.
Yeah, triangulation
viable.
is only really crucial and vital when you're sticking with a baseline number.
When you have a very limited amount of supplies, rather that be ender pearls or blaze rods.
But they have 18 pearls and 18 blaze powders. I don't know. I mean, I guess Ijwu's trying to do achievements.
Oh no! Berserker did the classic blunder of right-clicking a bed in the Nether.
Intentional game design.
That the best. It happens to the best of us. We can't fault.
I've done it. I've done it. Raise your hand if you've done that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're going for sweet dreams, I think, and sometimes you just forget where you are.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sweet dreams is an achievement I can do. Okay, boom. It happens in an instant, and there's no way to catch yourself because the moment you right click, it's over.
Oh, did ijwu find a silk touch shovel and is giving it to Kippi for them to do the librarian achievement inside the fortress?
Perhaps, but I mean, yeah, it's probably the best thing to do. I was gonna say that Ijwu could keep it to gather glowstone blocks for the nether anchor, respawn anchor.
Oh no, they're doing when pigs fly. That's what they're doing. They're doing when pigs fly.
You better build that. Okay.
Yeah, Kippi got decently lucky on there.
I was standing there like monk-ass, like
Oh yeah.
Oh, they broke the shovel.
The shovel, I guess I just had efficiency. I don't think it had silk touch on it.
Okay, well, I guess no. If they do when pigs fly, they'll still need one more achievement.
No, I think they're good, right? Unless they don't want to do.
I assume they were doing when pigs fly to avoid going to the end city. Well, I guess they can do remote getaway, right?
Yeah, they can just do remote getaway. That's really easy. I think we're seeing a alternative setup for Kippi where I think they built a big hole and they're gonna try to push the pig into the hole instead of digging under it.
What?
Yeah, they're using the knockback of the punch and getting on it, and then jumping off of it to get onto it. A very interesting, alternative way of doing that.
So I see Ijwu just kind of tossing pearls, so that leads me to believe that Kippi does not have all of them.
I believe ijwu actually gave Kippi all of his ender pearls before the fourth one. So because I saw Kippi, I think.
Oh, did they get a 4th drop?
Yeah, they did get a 4th drop.
Oh, just now, like from the one pigs fly. Okay, yeah. That's like, how many is it? 3.
That's a lot. That's
24 pearls.
That's 24 pearls, yeah.
That's absurd. I don't know how many Ender Pearl drops get extra randomized into the game, but it can't be any much more than that.
I think it's literally just 4.
That's wild. Now, they're trying to like. I feel like Kippi and ijwu were trying to make sure like they finish the game right, like quote unquote, like they have a plan in their mind and they may start to get kind of tunnel visioned by it. But in the time they've been kind of certain to do it one certain way, Berserker and Tyran are kind of creeping up a little bit. I think they're at 31 advancements.
33 advancements now,
33.
which, like we said, 37 is kind of go mode. What you can usually do is when you get into the fortress, not the fortress, I always say fortress, but the stronghold, you can kind of flex and try to like make that your home base, kind of. And if you need to do 1 or 2 more advancements, you can do it right next to the portal. So you can just, as soon as you get enough advancements, you can go through the portal and start the fight.
Okay, so I think ijwu is gonna go meet up with Kippi, and they're gonna go to the end together.
I think he went to the Nether to get beds, if I wasn't mistaken, right? I think I saw ijwu go pick up beds inside of that village.
I mean, yeah, beds are great. Beds are the fastest way to defeat the Ender Dragon, but Kippi does still have that bow with a ton of arrows, so they should have no problem at all taking out the crystals.
If I was in their position right now, I think the flow to do would be find the portal, go in immediately after like putting a bed down and setting your spawn right next to the portal, and then destroy all the crystals before you actually spawn the dragon. And then when you spawn the dragon, set up your bed, like setup if you want to do the bed setup, and then try to do that. And if that fails, you just bow it down because
that is a little bit risky because ideally you'd spawn the dragon first and then do all that, but then while you're doing the crystals, the dragon could purge, and that's your cue to go in and bed destroy it. So
I actually think it's a little bit safer to just spend the
oh yeah,
time
it's definitely
and break down
safer. It's definitely safer.
the crystals.
Yeah, it's 100% safer, but in a race where time is crucial, it may not be worth that time to separate those two activities.
I think it also depends on if they're together at the point where they find the portal, right? Kippi could just go on a tear and they could dig right into the portal room, and then you're like, well, what am I doing right now? I'm waiting for my partner, which isn't ideal.
Okay, well, Kippi did not make all of their Ender Pearls into Ender Eyes. I think they have 5 Ender Eyes left, and then a ton of pearls in the backlog. Like, here's where I'm at right now. Aside from the beds that ijwu has, Kippi doesn't need ijwu right now.
Yeah.
Like they have the bow, so they can start shooting down the crystals. They have a water bucket, so they can do remote getaway. Like they really don't need ijwu, but I guess while Kippi is doing remote getaway and shooting down crystals, that gives ijwu time to show up and deliver the beds. Amazon 1-day shipping.
Who knows? Maybe
ijwu found Kippi's.
Maybe ijwu's way more confident in doing the bed setup kill than Kippi.
That makes sense, yeah, because in our team, there's one person that's learned the bed setup well, and then there's Halkry. So I would not be surprised if there's also a dynamic like that in this team.
You see Kippi throwing another pearl. I think it didn't send it on a very like good angle in terms of like knowing where the room stronghold will be. It was about the same as last time when they threw it, so it could be who knows how far away now, even after all this running.
So we did mention that Kippi and ijwu are on practically gun mode. They just need to find the stronghold and do everything. But I don't think this is impossible for Berserker and Tyran to come back from. They just
definitely
need to
not.
clean up. Like anything can happen in the end dragon fight. The bed timing is a little strict. So if you mess up and you run out of beds, you forgot a crystal, the dragon could heal back up to full health. The dragon could shoot magic and interfere with everything. The bed could be obstructed somehow. That's the worst thing.
It's when you put your bed down in the overworld to set your spawn and it's obstructed by something, maybe like flowing water.
Right, it's terrible because there's no indication when you set your respawn point that it was going to be obstructed. You find out when you die and you're back at spawn.
Oh yeah.
It's by far the most frustrating thing.
And I believe there's one more frustrate, like when brewing's locked behind something absolutely
Did you think about
crazy.
that because of the bees?
Yes, I heard the bees go, and I got a little like PTSD
PTSD.
to all the seeds we've had where it's locked behind be our guest or even worse,
And at least
sticky situation.
we've learned from those situations that we know what
Oh
to
yeah.
do. We know
Oh
the
yeah.
strat. Yeah, we're good. All we had to do was just play through one of those because it was clear karma was just going to keep giving them to us until we just adapted.
We do see Kippi doing the triangulation setup, I believe. They did put like denote what angle they're throwing at, and I believe they're setting up to throw the second one.
I think they chose not to do it at spawn because, at least when we do it, just what I hear from you, you typically just give us like a place where we're gonna do it next.
Yeah, I
And
mean it's good in my experience. I'm not great at triangulation in the slightest.
so maybe each
But
one to follow the first pearl or the first eye for a distance, just to not have to triangulate like multiple times.
hmm in like in my experience, it's just nice to have a general idea of where it could be, and then when you get there, you start throwing pearls to find its very specific region of where it has to be.
Mhm.
We do see Kippi doing the very smart thing, putting on their chunk border stuff. For those that don't know, there's a very specific generation um, like type that goes on, and it's based on where your chunk is. And like there is a specific chunk where the starting room is of the structure. So if you can find where the starting room is, it's very much easier to find the portal room from the starting room than any other room in the stronghold. So they're just spending that little bit of extra time to figure out where the starting room is. I believe they found the chunk where the starting room should be in, so I would expect them to start digging down very soon.
Oh, they're setting beds on the surface. Okay. Oh, they're not. They're using two beds. Okay.
In arson.
Um. Yeah, I'm not sure they know that you can have. Wait, why did you break it?
Oh, I
It
guess
is.
ijwu just doesn't know. If you break your bed, it does remove that spawn set for him. So if he does die, he will go all the way back to the spawn like
Yeah,
we were talking about
I didn't
earlier.
see him right click the other bed. Did you?
I didn't either.
Okay, well they found the stronghold, and this is the middle room, as we
This
said.
yeah.
Now,
Oh, okay. They
this is
broke
where
it, but
you're.
then ijwu definitely remembered that he had to not he had to reset his spawn, so he put his bed down on the starting room.
Is that the thing right there?
No,
I
no.
know. I looked through that door and I could like see like a faint, like really bright light. I'm like, you're kidding.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're a lot more of an expert in stronghold. So when you find the middle room, what do you do to find the stronghold?
So, just how generation goes in the strongholds, when you're in the middle room, the farther you go away from the middle room, the less likely the portal room will be in that location. There's a really cool all the speedrunning community of Minecraft has kind of looked into this a lot. And basically, after you go about 13 or 14 what we call rooms away, which is any sort of hallway or staircase or anything, the farther you go away from it, the less likely there's actually going to be a portal room.
That
So
Iron
you
Sword
kind
sucks. It took like 10 shots to kill a creeper. It was ridiculous.
of. So what you end up wanting to do is just going into the middle room, going and trying to find your way. And if you're not seeing anything in a decent amount of time, you backtrack and you go back to the middle room and you try again.
Oh no, the silverfish.
Oh, we see Berserker doing on a rail. Oh baby.
Oh, this is the tournament debut of On a Rail.
Oh baby. On a rail. I believe they. Oh, Kippi found the portal room. Brilliant.
On a Rail is my favorite achievement, actually. It's a
Even
brilliant name.
even though you never get to do it,
Even though I never get to do it. Every time we
I
play,
never
I'm like,
let you do
well,
it.
we could do On a Rail. It's so fun.
The
Just
uh,
go
The
in
thing about on
circles.
a rail that doesn't make it very desirable is that you have to sit in here and go, I believe, 1,000 blocks on
It's
your
like a minute and a half
thing.
of just sitting here.
Yeah, it's just a minute and a half of just sitting here, and Berserker is going to be vibing for a little bit.
Like, this is the only thing they can do.
I guess so, or the thing they wanted to do. The thing is, I don't know how much they explored the Nether. And they didn't get I don't think they got a decent amount of achievements from there.
Yeah, they definitely didn't find the pillager outpost.
So I guess one thing to note is I don't think that ijwu and Kippi are even going to attempt the bed strat. I don't really see many beds in their inventory. I don't think I see any beds in their inventory. I think they're going to just opt to just bow the Ender Dragon down, which is perfectly fine.
I want to see if they're going to build a bridge. Okay, they are. Cool. Yeah, I saw ijwu like eyeing up the top there and maybe going to do like a pearl throw. But like if you die, then you have to just...
I don't know. I think they might have enough pearls to get away with that. We see Kippi doing that. Maybe. Yeah. You see Kippi doing that.
You see Kippi doing that now, but ijwu is still building that bridge in case they die. So, yeah, both people don't have to sit there and babysit the bridge.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay, so we do see Kippi going for a remote getaway here.
We see Tyran also do. They're gonna do target practice.
Oh no.
Yeah, these are definitely two achievements that we don't.
Is the crossbow more accurate than the bow?
No, they're both just as bad.
Oh no.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Tyran will teach us something about doing this achievement that we don't know.
Please show me the way.
But we do see Kippi doing the last achievement for their team and spawning the dragon. They're pretty set right now. They're killing the crystals. They'll probably just bow down the Ender Dragon from there.
Our strategy for this achievement that Tyran is trying to do is you set your FOV very, very low, your field of view, and it allows you to see a lot clearer things. It allows you to see things that are in the distance a lot clearer. So you are able to practically line up your shot. But at the end of the day, the arrows just have so much variance on when they go. Like,
there's definitely some variance on the bow shots. Just that it doesn't make it that it's like kind of viable in my opinion. Just because, even like last time me and Hal did this, we definitely sat there for like I think a good 5 or 10 minutes, both of us shooting at the same target, trying to hit at the bullseye, and it took us that long to do.
Yeah, we were just both sitting on either side of it. I'm assuming Berserker was doing on a rail, which is an achievement where you have to travel 1,000 whatever on a minecart. And the best way to do that, the best way to do that is to create a loop basically with powered rails. Yeah, what the dog's doing right now. And eventually you'll get the achievement since it is technically 1,000 meters on a rail.
Yeah, I believe they actually edited that achievement a little bit. The original achievement, I think, reads you have to go 1,000 blocks in a single direction on a rail. And they just tweaked that so it's kind of viable to do in this setting.
Wait. Oh yeah, you did say the Trident is a melee weapon.
It is.
I don't know why I didn't process that as a melee weapon. I thought you meant that's how much damage it does thrown. I'm like, well, yeah.
I don't know if it does more damage while it's thrown, but it definitely does a decent amount of damage thrown too.
Next time we'll keep the Trident.
All right, so we see ijwu coming down. When the dragon's perched like this, you can get into a spot.
You need to shift though. You need to sneak.
And you kind of need to be underneath him too. We'll see.
And it helps to turn on hitboxes.
Oh yeah. We see. I think they got to that point where they're just hitting the dragon now. This won't take that long. All things considered, I think they have all the crystals down now. Ender Dragon's about 3rd health. I believe we see Berserker and Tyran doing either bake bread or bake a cake, or both. See them growing wheat over there.
Yeah, I saw them tilling, and I was really confused. They have to have been to a village, right?
That's what I was saying. I don't know how much they actually explored the Nether specifically, because the village was in the Nether, and I think it wasn't like immediately, like in your face when you enter the Nether. This dragon's definitely very hard to hit when they're not perching. But it seems like they're doing good damage on this. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish this dragon off this cycle.
Yeah, ijwu actually finding a spot where you can get critical hits, which is helpful. Oh wait, I thought it was the sword that broke. It was Kippi's, whatever he was using.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, the dragon has nowhere else to heal, theoretically, so it's fine.
It should be done fairly quickly. Hopefully they'll get a what we call a sub 1. Definitely a prestigious time.
Yeah, I believe that's actually a PB for them, because I believe they were telling us that their PB was like somewhere around an hour.
Yeah, for those that don't know also, is putting on doing F3 and B turns on the hitboxes for everybody. That's really nice in the dragon fight too, because the dragon head actually takes the most damage out of the whole dragon
no,
stuff.
ijwu positioned himself poorly.
I believe both of them actually positioned themselves kind of poorly, but it happens. Nothing bad really. It's getting so close. I believe they could probably bow this dragon down by the time it gets out. Or they're just gonna kill it right now. And with that, that'll be a GG to ijwu and Kippi. Very, very respectable time. 58XX.
Good games. Yeah, they should be joining us in here for an interview very, very shortly.
I believe they had a pretty solid run. I don't think there was really much that I could say was a very big blunder on their
Hello,
part.
Kippi.
And we are joined by them now.
Hello,
ijwu and
ijwu.
Kippi.
Hello.
GG's and good times to you guys.
So, the horse.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I think early on, I think ijwu was saying to me that he had gotten a horse. So I had just assumed that he got best friends forever.
Yeah, it was
But then
something that you did that it looked like he got.
Yeah, I think you got.
It happens to everybody at least once.
It happens a
we're all
lot, honestly. Because there's not really much visual or audio cue on that specific achievement if you're not like looking directly down at the horse. And I think you guys got cow tipper, and ijwu thought that the horse was tamed, but it wasn't. But you guys went back around and did it, so I don't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah. At that point, I was checking to see like what advancements because we were so close to getting to our advancement goal, seeing what ones we could do quick. Because at that point, it was either do some quick advancements or try to attempt to get back to that pillager Athos in the Nether, which that was kind of a rough spot for that.
Yeah, that's what I was doing in the Nether for a little while, just kind of aimlessly trying to get back to it, just for those few advancements. But
we were really surprised that you guys didn't opt to just try to find a end city instead of going back through the Nether like that.
Yeah. I think Well, once I remembered that that we hadn't got When Pigs Fly yet, I then after I got that, I then communicated the ijwu that we're done here. Like we can just get our last advancements in the end.
Yeah, I only realized as we're heading to his stronghold that we shouldn't exclude the end as a source of advancements. Right, that's something that I always see it as being the final place to go, getting all the advancements in other dimensions. But
it's really easy to get locked into that, to be quite honest. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even then, like, you may not have even found the end city for a while, so technically would have been the right play in that case, what you did.
Yeah. I believe you guys didn't get a end city compass either, so you kind of would have just been kind of going into the void. So definitely not a bad decision of you guys trying to go back through that.
But yeah, you guys played really clean. Like, I can't really think of anything that was weird. I mean, the Bastion was tough at the beginning, but somehow you may not believe it, but Kono Tyran had even more trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was trying to throw gold at Piglin Brutes. And
I did that, and then I had to ask, "Hey, Kippi, can I throw gold at Piglin?"
Oh, that might have been you, actually.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm just like, hey, no, they don't care about that.
The drip piglins only care about the drip. They don't care about your gold.
exactly.
Yeah, they don't care about what you got on. They don't care about what you're throwing at them. They just want they're thirsty for blood. And they're by far the most annoying thing. Like I'm pretty sure they were added in 1.16.3 or 1.16.5. I don't know which one, but either way, they're really really annoying, and the game would
Yeah,
be a lot
there's
easier without them. But I mean, it adds for a challenge, so definitely a welcome change, I guess.
yeah, because before brutes were added, bastions weren't too hard to really navigate through. So I mean, there were many things that you could do to just not activate the piglins, and you
Yeah,
could.
like if you're wearing gold armor, like you're in the safest place on Earth.
Yep.
So
Yep, and then you can literally just like if you're just opening a chest, you can literally just block yourself in, and they can't really get to you.
Yeah, which I did at some point,
Yeah.
just digging through the blocks instead of being in the open.
Yeah, that's what we've found to be pretty, like, I guess, optimal in that case too, of just, doing it just the safe way instead of trying to run in like an idiot. Unless you like are planning to die anyway and go back to spawn, then you can just run into the open up a chest and die.
Yeah, at first I just ran in there to get the 4 pigs or
Mhm.
whichever advancement is the chest, and
Yeah,
just
that's war
plopped
pigs.
it open and ran away. And then I got cornered by brutes.
yeah, and I saw you not get O'Shiny. I'm still very very confused by O'Shiny.
I think you have to have no gold armor on. I think even if you aggravate them by opening a chest, I think you still have to not have gold armor on. I think it's
That-
weird.
That's what I came to the conclusion of. That's why I took off my gold armor and aggravated it that way, and eventually got it.
Yeah, that's literally the condition for that.
Interesting. Okay, so you each have to aggro them, and okay, so if you aggro them and right click them and put the gold in their hand with no gold armor on, you always get it. I'm going to religiously do that from now on for the remainder of my life.
I mean, yeah, you should be also be able to drop them from your hotbar, because I do that all the time. Like I either drop them from my hotbar or where I right click them. I guess if you just do it,
what you
from
should
the
not
inventory.
do is drop them out of your inventory.
Yeah,
like with the
the inventory,
mouse.
like yeah.
Oh, and I think one of their eyes of Ender broke, fortunately.
You guys had so many like ender pearls and just like resources to get there. I think it was very like it was very easy to get into the end just because,
Yeah, it was.
and that's just always nice to like have that security.
Yeah, it was the best plan. It's just split up after giving Kippi all of my pearls and blaze powder, because Kippi knows how to triangulate. I don't, so I figure I'll run off and
Same.
try to get 1 or 2 more advancements.
Now that sounds kind of familiar.
But yeah, like we were remarking while you guys were playing, Kippi didn't really even need you to get into the end and like take down pieces the crystals. So that gave you plenty of time to catch up if that was the case. But you ended up getting into the nether, or not the nether, the stronghold before he did, so you guys kind of went together.
I mean, the big thing was the beds, right? I don't believe you guys had any beds. I think that wasn't that part of the reason why you had to backtrack too, is you wanted to get some beds from the village, just to be able to set your spawn close to the portal.
I had a bed already with me. Kippi grabbed a couple when they were in the village, but when I was back there, I was looking for the pillager outpost that Kippi was leading me to where it was. And I just thought on a whim, I'll grab another bed. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, it seemed to work out nicely because you guys needed. I don't think you guys ended with any beds in your inventory.
No, I was inefficient with my bed usage.
Was there something you were looking for in particular from the pillager outpost?
Just advancements, really, but like, cause yeah.
I have a
unfortunately, unfortunately, I couldn't really. Unfortunately, I forgot to mark down the coordinates of that.
Yeah,
and
I believe it was pretty far out there too, because it was just like it was in the middle of a lava pool.
Did you not get to the? Well, it was burned down by the time you left it, Kippi, wasn't it?
It was, but yeah, pillagers were still spawning there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you had a crossbow, so you were gonna go shoot and kill a pillager.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. In fact, I was looking for the chest in there too, but there was just so much lava around it.
Yeah, yeah. I was wondering, like, rooting for you trying to find that chest at some point.
I was gonna try and find it. I was just like, I just couldn't really see it. Probably like buried in the lava.
But yeah, so with that, I think the potential for the bracket at this point is if Kono Tyran and Berserker beat us, and then beat Snapkick and always in trouble, and then you win your match against Snapkick and always in trouble, we're set up for a 3-way tie, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was talking about earlier that today could be very like swingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we win, then we win, but if we don't, then it could get dicey.
Yeah, it really could.
I don't even know what you guys have set up for what the plan is at that point, but
3-way race, winner takes all. That's what I would say.
Actually, yeah, that'd be a pretty good way to settle it.
yeah, I'm done.
It'd
Yeah.
just be terrible to try to find a 6-man setup for speed
Yeah.
gaming. But
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think they'd
that
have a 6-person layout.
I think they'd really shake their fists at us for that one.
Yeah, they would.
But it would be such a fun way to end this.
Yeah, it would.
You have to take up 2 channels just for a finals.
And it's okay. The marathon took up 2 channels the other day, so
They'll forgive us.
Oh yeah.
That's not it for Minecraft today. We have another match at 6:30 p.m. EST that I mentioned earlier. Me and Lycany versus Berserker and Kono Tyran. It's kind of an important one. It kind of decides what happens from here with the tournament. And then I think that's it for today. I don't think any of the other matches are even scheduled yet.
Oh no, we have some on Wednesday, I thought.
Oh, we do?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST, Kippi and I go up against, I think it is
it has to be Snapkick and it has to be yeah.
Yeah.
Snapkick and Wise. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think those have channels yet, but definitely keep a look at the schedule. Exclamation point SGL 21 2v2 Minecraft or Minecraft 2v2, whatever the command is in the title. Make sure to do that and keep up with that schedule that it links to.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what Kono Tyran's doing and why he's so far away from Berserker, but Berserker has put all his eyes in. Now he's like, dude, where are you?
I think they're still trying to find some achievements to do. They're 42. Oh no, they're 42 of 45. So yeah, they just need to go into the end and then do a remote getaway, and then they spawn the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this tournament's just been very fun all around. I don't know about you guys, but me and Halkery kind of haven't really been playing Minecraft a lot, especially recently, and this tournament was kind of a way for us to get back into playing it again.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun way to play Minecraft, in my opinion.
And I mean, besides like any like servers I'd played on when I was a lot younger, like this is probably the most fun I've had with Minecraft in a long time.
I'm really
That's
glad
good.
to hear that. I know Kono and Espion, who basically tag team to put together the Minecraft integration, they would be ecstatic to know that. I'm curious to know what our reception will be like once this really breaks into the general Minecraft community. Because right now we're as Archipelago, we're just kind of focused on the randomizer communities. So I wonder if there is any traction that we'll find with
I feel
casual
like
Minecraft players.
I feel like this is short enough to potentially get a GDQ appearance if the submission is good enough, because it's not too long and it's very drastically different from normal Minecraft, to where it's transformative enough, I think. So I don't know, possibility. I feel like that would be enough to garner the audience necessary to have a breakout, which it really does deserve, I think.
Oh yeah.
Pretty hype. I'm excited at you even mentioning that possibility of seeing any AP game in GDQ would. I'm already excited enough that we're a part of SpeedGaming. It's part of SpeedGaming Live, but
oh yeah, shout outs to SpeedGaming for
That's
giving us a
pleasure.
platform for everything, and introducing this live events with prize pools for games that wouldn't normally have prize pools, to be quite honest. Like I can't think of a tournament for Minecraft that's been done for money, except I guess they've been doing recently like 1.16 like tournaments, like invitational stuff, like top streamers. But a lot of the games that are being featured here aren't typically played for prize pools. So it's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to get this showcase. Especially because I want people to witness this randomizer.
Okay, so I need to head out, but once again, GG's guys, and hopefully you guys have just as good of luck in this as you do in the remaining matches you have.
Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, we do owe a lot to SpeedGaming staff. They've been absolutely amazing answering our questions. A little bit of holding my hand through things as tournament admin for the first time. But generally always happy to help and ready to get things going for us. So we really owe them a fair bit there.
Yeah, they've been working beyond overtime. I don't even know what you would call it, but they've definitely been working crazy hard to get not only these tournaments going, but also have SGLIVE as a whole going. We're very thankful just to have that platform. And Tyran and Berserker have spawned their dragon. I believe they're still attempting to shoot down these crystals. They only have a couple left, and after that they'll probably just do exactly what you guys did and just wait until the dragon perches and start hitting them as much as they can.
One of the things we'll have to practice for any future Minecraft tournaments is betting the dragon. Which sounds really weird when I say it out loud, but you know what I mean.
I understand the concept of and I've done it a little bit in practice, but I'm not like consistent at it.
Yeah, one of the amazing things is that just because this is Minecraft speedrunning. If you go to the Minecraft speedrunning speedrun.com page, they have so many resources for stuff like this.
They.
Like there's worlds that me and Halk both have a world that lets us practice betting the dragon. We both have a single player world that helps us practice, fast portal making and doing all that sort of stuff.
I have that sort of stuff too. I've also used some resources in the Java speedrunning Discord. Definitely some very, very good there. So
yeah, and I mean there's a lot you can actually just learn by doing a deep dive and kind of the base speedruns too, stuff that I didn't even know about until actually diving deep into this idea. For example, the dragon head is the most weak part of the dragon. It takes the most damage out of everything. And then also how strongholds generate was something I didn't even understand until I started watching videos about it. Not to mention triangulation too, was all stuff I kind of learned on the fly practicing for this.
Sounds like we're gonna have even more stiff competition for any future tournaments.
Oh yeah, and
that's something I would like to see, honestly.
And that's the goal, right? Is getting to that point where we have a lot of good competition.
Yeah, people are watching and taking notes, especially competitors. I'll come back stronger next time.
Oh yeah, and this was really fun because it was also at least for me, Halk, it was very new ground. We didn't really have a lot of information about how to really go about doing this until we started just practicing it together, learning from each other and figuring out, oh, okay, we have 35 achievements. Let's just go to the stronghold and we can get the rest of the achievements we can get there. Kind of deal.
Yeah, and having a good mental map of which achievements you can accomplish from whichever date that you're in is really good thing to have, and you're going to get that through practice. But there was definitely at one point where I was looking through the advancement list, just thinking, what can I do next?
Yeah, and then you also get to a point where you're like, which ones take longer than others? Which ones do you not want to do ever? Like I keep talking about target practice, but target practice is one of those ones that I never want to do if I don't have to. Just because of how bow mechanics work in this game and how random they can be.
Yeah, it's one of those that if you get unlucky and it has absolutely necessary progression on it, or it's your absolute last advancement. I've had to do it before, but I've only ever done it in the Archipelago asyncs,
Mm-hmm.
which is a more long form version of play, and you're not racing against people, so it makes more sense. But not generally fun to try and accomplish.
Yeah, it's definitely a little wonky into trying to do it. I really like the fact that only brewing is really the only thing that's locked that you absolutely have to do, period. It just gives you a lot of, you never get into that situation where you're kind of bottlenecked and you need to be like, well, we have all the stuff we need to do. We just have to do these 2 achievements that we just take a long time to do, kind of deal.
Yeah, it's only if you get really unlucky with like structure placement, or you don't find a bucket, or you don't get the bucket recipes due to being locked out of the nether or something. That's where things get complex.
Yeah.
If you can't skip a lot of, you can get to the nether more easily if you have villages available. You can trade a lot. You can set up jobs with villagers and get what you need out of them. You can even get materials that you don't otherwise have. And like this seed, where we have a bastion and another fortress in the overworld, there's lucky us, we found villages in the nether to accomplish 4 or 5 more.
Right.
And Berserker and Tyran have finished with like a 1:18, 1:19 kind of time. I'm gonna get both of these guys in there to kind of talk about the process.
Hello.
And GG's to everybody.
GG.
Peace.
Couldn't get a wither skeleton skull to spawn. Like, it just refused to.
Yeah. There was also, you guys spent a lot of time in the overworld, where Ijwu and Kippi were in the nether, basically, like, I think, like, minute 12 or minute 15.
Yeah, because the city.
How did you get that fast?
They probably didn't die of the bastion like I died millions of times because lag.
Well, you guys got bucket really early, too, right? So all you really need to do is get a bucket, and then you're off to the races. Or getting into the nether. Yeah, and the flint and steel in some way.
Yeah, I will say, so the flint and steel, wasn't that at the nether fortress? But I actually got one, like, way earlier than that, because there was a ruin portal that was nearby. I raided it. It had some obsidian and a flint and steel, and there was, like, a lava pool nearby. So I took full advantage of that as soon as we got that bucket.
I was having a very bad time with the bastion lag.
You also had a very bad time with the nether fortress.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Berserker is in Europe where the server's being hosted, so my ping is absolutely garbage.
Oh, yeah.
One way or the other, one of us will always suffer due to us doing this cross-continentally. But I don't think 20 minutes of difference make up lag. So.
No. Well, I mean,
there was a lot of creative liberties you guys took with type of achievements you did. We did see On a Rail being showcased for the first time ever in a tournament match.
It's slow. He really wanted to do it for some reason. I don't know.
No, it's just I to get diamonds.
I'm like, it's slow.
Well, you guys did get diamonds from that, right?
I went down for diamonds. I happened to find redstone, so yeah, I might just do On Rail while I consider my next step.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really like thinking hard and being like, okay, what can we do? Because I did get that sense of you guys that around achievement like 35, you guys were really thinking about what you guys wanted to do.
What was the second structure in the Nether then?
The Nether pillager outpost.
Ah, okay, interesting.
We also need to teach Berserker how to properly do villages.
Village
He got
trading,
us,
yeah, apparently.
he got us 0 arrows from the village.
Yeah, there's a good reason why I would always let Kippi do that.
Oh yeah.
I am in the same boat of
I was
don't
in
know.
the Nether Fortress, and I couldn't. it refused to spawn with the skeletons. And
Also,
Berserker's like,
shoutouts-
we need the advancement, stay there. And I'm like, fine.
No, it's not what I said. But also, shout out to my 2 wolves who killed, I don't know, like 30, 40
Yeah,
mobs.
that was a very creative use of.
Oh, you actually chained wolves. Nice.
He did.
I saw 2 wolves, I had 2 bones in my inventory, I gave the 2 bones to 2 wolves, they immediately were tamed, and they
Wow.
killed, I don't know, a lot of enemies. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the end. One of them burned, the other, I don't know where that one went.
It's dogs for you.
Yeah, they always go random places if you don't like keep an eye on them.
Yeah, it's funny you were having that problem, Kono, because I was getting like half a dozen wither skeleton skulls.
Dude, I couldn't get a single one. I probably spent way too much time, and I ended up giving up anyway.
Mhm.
The
So
first
it's
skeleton I
completely
killed
wasted
dropped one,
time.
and I was just like,
Aged
oh, okay.
Blaze finally dropped the rod.
Yeah, we were wondering if you guys were gonna like spawn the Wither ijwu, because that's definitely an achievement that's really easy to get if you just get lucky
Yeah.
on skeleton drops.
Which we did not at all.
No, still 0 of those skulls by the end, which is why Cake and On a Rail can come in handy even if you
Mhm.
just never get those skulls, because that's 2 advancements right there.
Well, when you have a bucket that early, doing cake is actually pretty, I wouldn't say easy, but pretty viable, just because you'll probably find a village with wheat in it. If you look out for a cow, just get 3 buckets, fill them with milk.
You
Yeah,
grabbed 1 wheat block. 1 hay bale from the village.
Oh,
One.
yeah.
Yeah, that was for the cake, and then Kono used it for something else, and the cake took longer.
One. You only grabbed one. It's okay. After
Yeah.
this, I'm going to be walking him through how to do villages properly.
Alright, sounds good.
That's our plan for before our next race.
I mean, this was our first race of Minecraft 2v2, so...
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a learning curve. I think me and Halkery's first attempt at this was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
All of our practice attempts so far has been him wanting to do a Factorio and AL2TP and not this one because we're also in that tournament.
Yeah.
Whenever we try to get practice people together, no one was there was just no Minecraft opponent, so we can't build that team.
I mean, you can still do solo runs. Like me and Halkery
Yes,
have been
yeah.
doing solo attempts for ages.
That inserts standard excuse of us being developers and not having time for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, alright. I get it, but yeah.
Anyway, that was a good race from you guys, both of you guys. I think that was very entertaining, at least for me and Halkery to be able to commentate a match. So that was really
I
fun.
will probably look that up later and watch it and see how badly we did.
It was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah, I can then see how you did, Kono. Because you seem to have died a few times.
Well, like I said, there were quite a few times, especially in the Nether Fortress, where I was around a corner and I died to a blaze firing me with lava and fire, and I'm like, how? I was around a corner.
Oh, yeah, also once in the Nether I tried to click on a villager, but I clicked the bed behind them and then just
Oh,
well,
oh
took
no!
casualties.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyone have any last minute comments before we wrap up stream here?
Well, there's another race of this format later today. In what, 5 hours now? About?
4 hours.
About 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
then-
match actually has some pretty big, stakes on the line. If Berserker and Tyran win this, win that match later today, we could technically have a 3-way tie, going out of our round robin play.
After the thing we just showed, I don't.
Then we have to do a 3-way round robin to find the actual winner.
Or just do a 3-way race. That's what
Yeah.
one of our suggestions
Yeah,
were.
yeah.
Have we actually decided how a tie would be handled?
Head to head.
Well,
the
the way it's set up in in Smash.gg in the way that I was expecting was a simple head-to-head race because I hadn't considered a three-way tie.
I mean, three-way races would be just as good.
Yeah, it would be
As me
entertaining.
coordinating 6 people's schedules to drop at the same time, so we'll...
Yeah, that would be kind of
That will
tough,
be
but I
interesting.
think it's still doable. I've definitely scheduled with more people before. Anyway, I believe we're gonna head off now.
Yep.
Keep
Also,
in
soon
tune.
is Factorio X LTP, I think also on the same channel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be around like 1.5 hours.
Yeah, SpeedGaming 5 at 4 p.m. EST, so an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then we'll basically be on Archipelago for the rest of the afternoon because Minecraft will be on that same channel too. Basically 30 minutes after that Factorio block.
Yeah, this is the channel to be at for AP today.
Right. The only last thing I would say is another thank you to SG and SG staff for really making this as easy as possible and doing everything they can to accommodate.
Yeah, many thanks.
GG's.
GG's all around.
Alright, see you guys in an hour and a half for ALTPP plus Factorio AP. See you guys then.
See ya, and GG.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you.